I'm sorry, I don't understand. Does anyone here speak English?
St. George knocked.
Yes?
St. George knocked. Striblica. St. George knocked. Knocked today by Piran. In the year of our Lord, 1892, a series of documents came into my hands while consulting upon the saddest of medical cases. These diaries, journal entries, newspaper articles, and letters of dear friends one to another have here been placed in an order to reveal a story so totally at variance with the possibilities of contemporary belief as to appear the ravings of madmen. We offer no proofs. We ask none to believe us. You have only my word before God that what follows is pure and simple fact. Jonathan Harker's Journal, 3rd of May, 1892.
Left Munich at 8:45 p.m. on May 1st, arriving in Vienna early next morning, and on to Budapest, which seemed a wonderful place from the glimpse I got from the train. I had the impression we were leaving the west and entering the east as we crossed that splendid bridge over the Danube.
Letter from Miss Mina Murray to Miss Lucy Westenra. Forgive my long delay in writing. While Jonathan is away in Pennsylvania, I've been hard at work at my sites of stenography and typing. But tell me all the news. I hear rumors of a tall, handsome man. Letter from Lucy Westenra to Mina Murray.
Thanks and thanks again for your sweet letter. Yes, there is someone. In fact, my dear, it never rains but it pours. Here I am with 2 proposals. I feel awful. Oh, and Mina, so wonderful. I've had to let down one of the fellows dreadful. Come visit me at Whitby, please. Oh, Mina, I'm so confused.
Letter, Arthur Homewood to Dr. John Seward.
Jack, you are my oldest friend. I hope this will not come between us. Remember that time we were caught in that freak storm in the Highlands? Let that be the mark of our friendship, not this latest. I would call on you immediately, but I must stay with Father, who remains perilously ill.
The Diary of Dr. John Seward.
Ebb tide and appetite day. Cannot eat, cannot rest. Since my rebuff as of yesterday, nothing in the world seems worth the doing. The only cure is work. I've thrown my study into one patient, Mr. R.M. Renfield, age 59, sanguine temperament, morbidly excitable, periods of gloom, potentially dangerous to himself and or others. His uniqueness manifests itself in a way I've never previously encountered. He desires to absorb as many lives as possible, and he set himself out to do so in a cumulative manner. He fed many flies to one spider, and many spiders to one bird, which he proceeded to eat. I have called him Zoophagous, life-eating maniac. If only I had the desire to work as my poor bad friend.
I know the secret, Doctor. The Master is coming, and I know the secret. The blood is the life. The blood is the life. The blood is the life.
Take this, please.
Here's the coachman. I really must go.
Take this, please. Wear it, please.
All right, yes, thank you. But please, tell me, what are they saying?
Erdod means Satan. He wished to protect you from the evil one.
The evil one?
Roll that mean vampire.
The coach plunged into the night, climbing steadily into Borgo Pass. The Carpathians towered above us, granting an endless perspective of pointed rock and crag. After what must have been several hours, the rolling clouds that had obscured the moon suddenly passed, revealing the approach to a vast ruined castle, from whose windows came no ray of light, and whose broken battlements traced a jagged line across the sky.
Welcome to my house, Mr. Harker.
Enter freely and of your own will.
Count Dracula.
I am Dracula, and I bid you welcome to my house. Come freely, go safely, and leave something of the happiness you bring. Be not afraid. There is reason that all things are as they are. Did you see with my eyes and know with my knowledge, you would understand. Come in. The night air is chill, and you must needs eat and rest. I pray you be seated and sup how you please. You will, I hope, excuse me that I do not join you, for I have dined already.
Thank you, Count. My employer, Mr. Hawkins, extends his regrets that he cannot join you personally.
I am sure you will serve my purposes. But come, sit, sample the wine of my country, Arthur Jonathan. You must forgive me. I fall into my people's habits and use the patronymic first. I do not speak your English well, but Jonathan Parker.
But, Count, your English is excellent.
Learned from books, I am afraid. Through them I have come to know your London. I long to pass through its streets teeming with life. But come, tell me of England and of the house you have purchased for me.
Yes, of course. Here you are. The estate is called Carfax. It is about 20 acres surrounded by a solid stone wall. The house itself is pretty large, and parts of it date back to the Middle Ages. The most recent additions from Cromwell's time, I believe.
A great man, a man of strength.
There is only one neighboring house, a private lunatic asylum. Oh, it is not visible from the grounds. The oldest parts of the house are of immensely thick stone and contains an ancient underground chapel.
I am glad that it is old. I myself am of an old family. A house cannot be made habitable in a day. How few days go to make up a century. I rejoice also that there is a capital of olden times. Those of my line love not to think that our bones may be among the common dead.
I am afraid it is somewhat desolate and gloomy.
I seek not gaiety, and my heart through weary years of mourning over the dead is not tuned to mirth. The walls of my castle are broken, the shadows are many, the wind breathes cold at the casements. But I love the shadow, and would be alone with my thoughts when I may. Listen, the children of the night, or what music they make. To England.
To England! Why do you wish to go to London, Count?
It shall make me feel young again. But my dear friend, Jonathan Parker, I've been preparing for this journey for many years. Now you must tell me everything.
The Count proceeded to question me on every conceivable subject. It was getting to be very late indeed, but I said nothing, for I felt under obligation to meet my host's wishes. I was tired from my journey, and could not help but feel a strange chill at the ebb and flow of the night.
Why, here is the morning. How remiss I am. You must make your conversation less interesting. You are tired. The bedroom is ready. and tomorrow you shall sleep as late as you please. I must be away until the evening.
I'm looking forward to exploring the castle and its grounds. May I?
You may go anywhere in the house where the doors are not locked, where, of course, you would not wish to go. Good night, Mr. Harker.
The view from my rooms is magnificent, but I'm not at heart to describe it. For when I tried to explore the castle, all I could find were doors everywhere, all locked and bolted. We've repeated this routine for more than 2 weeks. The Count questioning me until dawn as to the manners and mores of the English. This strange night existence begins to tell. If only there were anyone else to talk with, but there is no one, only the Count. But let me be prosaic as far as the facts. During the day, I sleep as the dead and do not awake until the sun is setting over the mountains the following evening. When I went to make my toilet, I could find no mirror with which to shave, so I have taken to hanging a small shaving glass from my kit near the window.
Good evening.
Good morning, evening. I didn't see you come in.
You have cut yourself. Take care how you draw blood. It is more dangerous than you would think in this country. And this is the foul bauble that has done the mischief. It is a wretched vanity of man's vanity. Your dinner is laid out in the next room. I must be away tonight on other business.
Count Dracula, I need to make my return to England shortly.
Friend Jonathan, you come to me as an agent of my solicitor. You must remain here a while longer, that by our talking I shall come to know your England.
But my fiancée is expecting my immediate return.
Ah, how charming. Nonetheless, you shall remain. Perhaps you would care to write your fiancée a letter.
Yes, of course.
The posts here are few and far between. You will now write 3 letters, please. The first, dated June 12th, that your work here is complete, and you shall begin your departure home shortly. Next, dated June 19th, that you have reached Bistritza, and the last, dated June 29th, that you've been trained from Budapest.
But that's absurd.
We are in Transylvania, and Transylvania is not England. Let me advise you, my dear young friend. It would be unwise to attempt to leave my company before our business is complete.
Am I to be a prisoner?
Offend not my hospitality, Mr. Harker. Mine is a strange land, and there are many dangers for those such as you who seek to leave my protection.
As you wish.
It shall be for the best. Now, let me caution you on one further thing. Should you leave this room or the next, you will not find yourself going to sleep in any other part of the house.
Sleep? Why would I?
Sleep is a strange thing and can take many forms. It comes naturally in a house such as mine that is old and has many memories. And there are bad dreams for those who sleep unwisely.
I know now the span of my life, God help me. At once I began to search the castle. As before, doors everywhere, all locked and bolted. I climbed up a flight of stairs to the highest tower. The only window was to the south, where the castle sat on the edge of a terrible precipice, a sheer drop of 1,000 feet. As I leaned from the window, the wild crags of the Carpathians arrayed before me in the bloodless light of the full moon. A strange chill, like an icy finger on the back of my neck, caused me to turn around and look up, and there, clinging to the side of the tower wall. What manner of man is this, or what manner of creature in the semblance of a man? My only hope for sanity is to try and record all that I can.
There's enough for us all.
We've been waiting for you.
So long we've been waiting.
Now you shall belong to us. You want us, don't you?
You belong to me now, for all time.
How dare you touch any of you when I have forbidden it? This man belongs to me.
You yourself have never loved.
You never loved. Never loved.
Yes, I too can love you yourselves without first act. Is it not so? I promise you, when I am done with this man, I shall give him to you to do what you will. Have patience. Tomorrow he is yours.
For me to have nothing tonight.
God preserve me, great God, merciful God, for to have that way like madness indeed. In the terrible light of a gray dawn, May 30th, 1892, I vainly watched as a band of Transylvanian peasants loaded 50 great wooden boxes onto their crude wheeled handcarts through the gates of the castle and up towards the crest of the Borgo Pass. It is clear the Count intends to go to London with its millions of souls, and I am to be left. I must attempt to scale the castle wall. May God preserve me, the precipice is high. Should I fall, at least at its foot a man may sleep as a man.
Lucy! Oh, I don't mean it, of course, but I've had 2 proposals from 2 wonderful men.
Lucy, dear, you remember Captain Swift.
Good morning, miss.
I traveled to the seaside resort at Whitby today to visit Lucy on holiday while Jonathan is abroad. Straight away, she brought me to the most beautiful spot, a little stone bench high above the harbor in the town.
You and Captain Swales go on ahead, Mother. We'll sit here.
Lucy, tell me!
Do you know Jack Seward?
The doctor?
Yes. He came down to visit me the other day. He was so nervous, he almost managed to sit on his hat. He told me how much he cared for me, and asked if I thought in time I could love him. And when I shook my head, his hands trembled, and he asked if I cared for someone else already. And I answered, and he took my hands in his, and said if I ever needed a friend, I could count on him as one of the best. Oh, Mina, it isn't a happy thing to see a poor fellow who you know loves you honestly, passing quite out of your life.
But Lucy, who is the other?
Arthur Holmwood.
We're Godalming's son.
Yes. He absolutely swept me away. He is wonderful, and I do love him. I know I do, but I feel so confused. One minute I'm laughing, the next I'm crying. I can't sleep at night, Nina. And when I do, I have these dreams.
What sort of dreams?
About last night, Nina, the air was so thick and oppressive, it felt like a hand pressing me down into the bed.
Lucy, I don't know what to say.
But Arthur and I are to be married in autumn, and that, as they say, is that. He will be my maid of honor.
Oh, Lucy. Nation of honor by then, I hope. Captain, is that ship in danger?
I can't make her out. A Russian by the look of her. She's knocking about in the queerest way. That'd be one devil of a storm putting in behind her.
The Whitby Daily Telegraph, 8th of August, 1892.
One of the most strange and sudden storms on record was just an experience here today. The day started off unusually fine until the wind died down, leaving the dead calm and sultry heat that predicts a storm.
The only vessel noticeable on the water was a foreign schooner with all of her sails idly flapping as she rolled about in the undulating swell of the sea.
Then, with a rapidity that seemed incredible,
The tempest broke.
most strange, however, was that this savage storm seemed to be centered upon the foreign vessel that is now wallowing in the mouth of the harbor.
She's headed right for the reef.
She's coming around the bend. Against the wind. How the devil did she do that?
Oh my god! Oh, Nina, look!
She's coming to ground herself beneath the east cliff.
There she comes. She's grounded. What's that? Is that a dog?
Good Lord, did you see that wind? That's no dog. That's a wolf.
Oh my god! Nina, it's looking right at me! Oh my god, did you see that? It looks right at me!
Under courtesy of the constabulary, your correspondent was permitted to board the vessel. There was not a living soul aboard save the dead body of one poor sailor who was lashed to the wheel, his throat torn open as if by some animal. The schooner is a Russian from Varna called the Demeter. She has a small cargo, a number of large wooden boxes filled with earth.
August. Strange and sudden change in Renfield last evening. He was normally quiet and respectful during our meetings, but tonight...
I don't want to talk to you. You don't count now. The Master is at hand.
The Master Renfield, do you mean the resurrection of our Lord?
Oh, Doctor, all your learning, and there's so little you know.
Tell me, Renfield, I wish to know.
Doctor, does your God mind the fall of a sparrow?
I believe he does.
And of a spider? Or a fly?
What is in your book, Renfield?
My accounts.
Accounts.
We defy alchemy. There's a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. If God minds the fall of a sparrow, then why will he not spare me?
God's goodness encompasses all creatures. May I see your book?
Here, it doesn't matter now. The Master's coming. I must wait.
There are many numbers here. What do they all mean?
It doesn't matter. The Master's coming.
Wait for what? Do these have anything to do with your spiders, your flies?
Not of them all. I don't care a pin for them now.
Not for spiders.
The bride maidens rejoice, the eyes that await the coming of the bride.
I'm afraid I don't understand this. Can you explain it to me?
There's very little you understand, Doctor.
Would you like more sugar for your flies?
I told you not now! I need to be patient for the Master.
Perhaps we should say good night. We don't seem to be getting
No. The columns on the left represent my lives, on the right, spider lives. Each page a day, each day smaller lives add up to the greater life. But Doctor, they are not enough. Each day will I lose a life. Fly lives, spider lives, only at seconds they are not enough. Not enough to stem the greater flow of my life. But now, the Master's at hand. I will serve him, and he will reward me with even greater lives.
We all must die, Renfield.
All, surely not all. Doctor, do you read Scripture?
Yes.
He who believeth in me shall have eternal life.
Yes, but that is in regards to the spirit.
I mean real life. Full blood life. No, no, no. Oh, be patient. I'd like to go back to my room now. Doctor, please.
Yes, of course.
Doctor, might I ask a very great favor of you?
What is it?
I'd like a kitten. A nice, sleek kitten that I can play with and teach and feed and feed and feed.
A kitten? Why not a cat?
Oh, yes, I would like a cat. I only asked for a kitten, lest you should refuse me a cat. No one would refuse a poor madman a kitten, would they?
I'll think on it.
Please, doctor, I should be so grateful.
I said I'll think on it.
Nothing still from Jonathan since that strange final note from Mistress. I'm dreadfully afraid something has happened to him. I've not had much rest lately. Lucy has taken up her old habit of sleepwalking, and Miss Westenra has asked me to stay up with her, as she's afraid she might do herself some sort of harm throughout this nocturnal preambulation. Arthur's coming to visit shortly. Lucy is counting the moments until she can show him that seat on the graveyard cliff. I am so tired. So tired.
Come. Come to me, my love. I am the blood. I am the life. Come. Come. Come.
Lucy? Lucy! 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 Lucy, my God! How did you get all the way out here? Here, you must be freezing. To me, get my shawl around you. You managed to get all the... What is it? Oh, Lucy, I'm so sorry. I must have pricked you with the pin of the clasp. Here now, come on. Let me get you back to bed.
Please, Nana, you won't tell anyone. You won't tell Arthur. Please, you won't tell.
Of course not. You had a terrible dream, that is all. Let me get you back to bed.
The eyes again. Red eyes. Wolf's eyes.
Jack, I must speak with you.
Yes,
You are my oldest friend, and I need your help.
of course you know I do anything.
I'm afraid it's Lucy.
Ah,
I know you still love her, but she has to choose between us, Jack. But I'm asking you to do me this one favor.
what is it that you want?
I want you to see her. She's ill. The local doctors don't have an idea as to the cause, but she looks awful and is getting worse every day. I know this must be hard for you, but for her sake, for the sake of our old friendship, will you help her?
I'm sure the Whitby doctors are quite competent.
Jack, the thing is I can't be there as I should. My father is terribly ill and I'm all that's left of the family. I just know if you could see her, you could help her. You're my oldest friend. Please.
Of course. Did you ever know it?
19th August. At last, news of Jonathan. I received a letter from the hospital of the Hospital of St. Joseph and St. Mary in Budapest, informing me that Jonathan has been under their care for nearly 6 weeks, suffering from some sort of brain fever. I'm to leave in the morning and I shall bring him home. I feel terrible with Lucy. I went for a walk on the cliffs last night, and when I returned, I saw Lucy asleep at the open window, but with the strangest aspect, almost as if she were waiting for someone. She looked so haggard and worn. But I'm to leave in the morning. My journey is packed and my luggage is ready.
My dear friend, you won't like what I have to tell you.
What is it?
I have seen to Lucy. I cannot find any functional disturbance or malady.
But surely.
That is to say, I am in no means satisfied with her appearance. I would have judged her anemic, but her blood showed a true vigorousness to it.
Then what could be causing her to look the way she does? Those dreams she sees, the sleepwalking.
I don't know, Arthur. I simply do not know.
Good God, what are we going to do?
I have called upon my old friend and professor, Dr. Abra Van Helsing. She knows more about obscure diseases than anyone else in the world. She is not only a medical doctor, but a metaphysician and philosopher. She is the most indomitable spirit and the kindliest heart that beats.
Ah, my dear young miss, I have the so great pleasure to meet you because you are so beloved. They told me you were a trifle pale. You are beautiful.
I'm fine, Dr. Van Helsing. Absolutely fine. You used to worry about me like old women.
Wow, I know nothing of your charming fiancé, Mr. Homewood, but this one, a brilliant student once, now perhaps an excellent doctor, but he knows nothing of the young ladies. Sit up now, I must listen to your breath. No, all he thinks of is the work. No eye for the young ladies, or he would not still be single. Ah, I have misspoke.
No, doctor, you are quite right.
So, young lady, you feel weak.
Sometimes I have difficulty sleeping. My dreams are very full. But my father was a sleepwalker as well, Mama tells me.
You walk in your dreams. You do not stray far, I trust.
No, of course not. Once I awoke on the cliffs, but Nina, it's nothing.
Most assuredly, nothing at all. Dreams are such strange windows into the mind. Now, Miss Lucy, forgive me, but I wish to feel the glands in your throat.
No,
Just for a moment, would you mind to remove the scarf?
I can't, I mustn't.
It is lovely, but we must now remove it.
It's all right, Missy Garland.
There now, that's not so bad. The glands were quite normal. My God!
What is it?
Doctor, is there something wrong?
Nothing, my young friends. Miss Lucy, you have 2 small puncture wounds on your throat here. Do you know where you got them?
Nina must have pricked me with the pin of the class when she was fastening my shawl. It was just an accident.
John, come here. I want you to see this. Take your hand away now, miss.
Doesn't appear to be much.
No, it doesn't appear to be much. Now, Miss Lucy, this accident with the class, where did it happen?
On the cliffs.
The cliffs?
Yes, the cliffs above the harbor. There's a lovely spot in the churchyard where Lucy enjoys sitting. Isn't that what you mean, Carmen?
Ah, and when did this happen?
Can't remember.
Of course you can.
I don't want to.
You must. You will tell me now.
See here.
I'm sorry, but I must know this if I am to be of help. Now, please, you will tell me, yeah?
I suppose I must have been sleepwalking again.
Come to me, my God. I am the blood. I am the life. I am eternity.
I was in my bed.
Come,
I was in quite dreaming.
come.
For some reason, I wanted terribly to be in the churchyard on the cliffs. As I was passing through the town, the streets seemed to be filled with dogs, all howling at once. And this kind of mist
My
almost
dear,
pulls me along.
the blood
Some
is the
Think,
life.
long, dark, red eyes.
Blood.
I'm sinking now into deep, green water. I hear
Come,
singing, women singing,
come to me.
and my soul
I am
seems to float free of my body. I'm looking down on this.
But
Behold the sudden, this agonizing shudder.